Now to a story that will make any parent angry. For the second time in recent weeks, a parent at a Northern Virginia middle school is speaking out after he said his daughter was the alleged victim of hate. He said two classmates at Thoreau Middle School allegedly targeted his daughter with a drawing of a swastika. He decided to come forward after he saw a News 4 story last week about another student at the same school who said classmates called him the N-word multiple times and dumped water on his head. Aimee has the latest on this story you will see only on News 4.
Here at Thoreau Middle School, they have had to investigate 8 different racist and anti-Semitic incidents over the past 2 school years. Now, I spoke with a father who asked to remain anonymous because he says he is worried about retaliation against his daughter. He says this past February, 2 classmates allegedly targeted her for being Jewish.
Students had put papers with swastikas written on them into her backpack.
The father says the school later transferred the 2 boys into another class. He tells News 4, being a parent of Jewish children, he had always worried about anti-Semitism.
My wife always said that, someday something's going to happen to them and that's going to make them understand, what this world could be like. And this was the time. And I didn't think it would happen in middle school.
The father says shortly after the incident, the school sent this email to parents saying a swastika was drawn on a Post-it note in one of our classrooms this week. He says he was disappointed there was no mention of a Jewish student being targeted.
Whatever emails are sent out are so generic that you would never know that that happened.
News 4 obtained 8 different emails sent by the school's principal in the past 2 school years, each one describing a different hateful incident, such as swastikas on bathroom walls, the Post-it, and a student's hand. Students circulating a racist website filled with slurs and hate speech, and students calling each other racial slurs.
Very heartbreaking is the only way that I can describe it, right?
Mom Ashley Williams told us last week students there have called her son the N-word so many times he's lost count. And a few weeks ago, a group of girls allegedly poured water on his hair.
Their response was that they wanted to see what would happen to a black person's hair when it got wet.
The principal at Thoreau wrote to parents in one of her emails about the swastikas. We want to be absolutely clear that this type of behavior is completely unacceptable and will not be tolerated at our school. Every student deserves to feel safe and affirmed in our learning environment. But the dad we spoke with says he feels these emails should go to everyone in FCPS so people know what's going on.
Fairfax County holds itself out as like this, great bastion of education, and we're one of the biggest school districts and whatever. But it seems like we have huge issues that we're just not doing something to address.
And the principal at Thoreau also told parents in an email they held lessons for students on the consequences of hate speech and the history of the swastika. In Vienna, Aimee, News 4.
Fairfax County Schools sent News 4 a statement in response that said, in part, they partner with families who bring up concerns about student conduct or safety, and hate speech and other discriminatory harassment is not tolerated in our schools. FCPS remains committed to ensuring that each and every student feels safe, comfortable, and supported so they can best learn.